Hi, this is Ogres. As you can see, I have shaved and I also showered today, so I'm a lot more fresher than when I did the No Way Out 2001 review. So this is a follow-up on that. This is the 20th anniversary of the Roy's War following No Way Out from February 26, 2001, which I watched less than 24 hours ago. I guess it's the day after the anniversary, but yeah, it was over 20 years ago this month. Yeah, pretty much this follows up on the pay-per-view, what happened at the pay-per-view. And, one second. Yeah, the opening segment was Stone Cold Steve Austin confronting The Rock. This is the build-up for their match at WrestleMania 17, which I'll cover at the pay-per-view itself. I'll cover in about 31. As of tomorrow, it will be March 1st, so I guess it will be just over 30 days from now. Let's see. Then there's a promo, William Regal searches for Mr. McMahon. And then there's another promo, Chef Boyardee commercial with the Hardy Boys. Then there's a promo backstage, Eddie Guerrero prepares for his match. And the Radical's in the locker room, and then Chris Benoit confronts him, and there's a tense moment there, and then the Radicals, they cool him down. Help cool him down. 1 second. Sorry, I had a salad before. That's why I'm still, I'm just getting over it. Let's see. What do I... Oh, yeah. The first match on Roy's War for this post No Way Out edition is X-Pac and Just Incredible, who is debuting here. He was on ECW just less than 2 months ago, before it folded. Versus the Radicals, Guerrero and Benoit. X-Pac pinned Benoit after a miscommunication with Guerrero and Benoit. So yeah, they win this match surprisingly. So Credible wins his debut match on in WWF. Then there's a promo. Regal tries to reason with Mr. McMahon, but the match is still on. So that's going ahead as planned. The tag team match involving Regal and Stephanie versus McMahon and Stratus, and that Mr. McMahon knows that he knows the right thing to do. Then there's then there's another match, Molly Holly versus Lita for a #1 contenders match for the WWF Women's title. Lita is the winner by pinfall after hitting the moonsault on Molly Holly. The mysterious ninja woman for Raven hit Molly Holly with a 2x4 after what happened at No Way Out. Molly Holly interfering in, I think it was the hardcore title match, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And what's next? Promo backstage. There's a promo backstage. Kurt Angle asks Mr. McMahon for a match. He puts him in a match with The Rock. Then there's a promo backstage. Stephanie McMahon asks Mr. McMahon for advice. There's another promo from WWF New York. Al Snow campaigns for commissioner. He's trying to get Mick Foley back in the WWF, and he wants William Regal gone as the commissioner of the WWF. Then there's a promo backstage. Big Show wants a title match with The Rock, and Mr. McMahon actually puts him in a title match with The Rock and Kurt Angle, but it's for his Hardcore Championship in the main event. That's the first time a WWF champion has ever gone for a hardcore title, I believe. So yeah, there you go. Then there's another match. Third match on the show. It's the Dudley Boys, the tag team champions, versus Haku and Rikishi. It's the WWF tag team titles. Yeah, and the Dudley Boys win by pinfall after Kane and Undertaker. I think they cost Haku and Rikishi in the match. I'm not sure. I think that's what happened. And then promo backstage, The Rock addresses the Big Show and Kurt Angle. Oh, one second. Sorry, I'm yawning because it's almost midnight here in Melbourne, so February 28th still. February 28th, 2021. By the time I upload this, though, it will be March 1st, 2021. So, and then match number 4 is Regal and Stephanie versus Mr. McMahon and Trish Stratus. And Regal and Stephanie, I think the match went to a no contest. Mr. McMahon was apparently going to do the right thing and do something to Stephanie, I believe. But yeah, the horrible waste bucket with all the garbage in there, the horrible sewage it looks like, it was all dumped on Trish Stratus by Stephanie and Regal, pretty much. No, by Stephanie, yeah. And enough said about that. It's a horrible scene. Then match number 5 is Dean Malenko versus Takamichinoku for the WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. Apparently that was still around in 2001 at this point in time. So Dean Malenko retains his championship and is still the Light Heavyweight Champion. Then there's a promo backstage. Kurt Angle addresses... excuse me. Kurt Angle addresses Big Show and The Rock. He has that intensity that he had going into the No Way Out pay-per-view. It's continuing on here tonight on Raw's War. Then match number 6 is Raven versus Chris Jericho for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. Chris Jericho won by pinfall after the line salt and is still the IC champion. I'm surprised Raven got this type of match. He's more of a hardcore type wrestler, maybe tag team, so there you go. In ECW, he was mostly in the heavyweight title picture, so that was back in the mid-90s. Then there's a promo backstage. The Cat is forced to join Right to Censor. And then the semi-main event of this show is APA and Jerry Lawler versus the Right to Censor. APA and Jerry Lawler won the match when Lawler pinned Val Venus. But the Cat was dragged backstage by the other 2 members of the Right to Censor. So I think it was the Good Father and Will Buchanan. So there you go. And then the main event of the show, the last match of the show, match number 8, is Kurt Angle versus The Rock versus the Big Show for the WWF Hardcore Championship in a triple threat match. Big Show's the champion going in. There was a lot of chaos in this match. There was a lot of superstars joining towards the end of the match. But eventually they all ended up backstage, and Big Show pinned Esther Rios in a horizontal position on the wall. And he got the 1, 2, 3 and retained the Hardcore Championship. So that was the Raw's War episode following No Way Out February 26, 2001. I thought it was actually a decent show. I thought it was at least a B grade. It followed up on the No Way Out pay-per-view. There was a lot of important matches that followed up from No Way Out. There was the tag team match at the beginning of the show, the number 1 contenders match for the women's title, because there was no women's title match at the pay-per-view, No Way Out. There was a tag team title match that involved Haku and Rikishi, because I got involved at the title match at No Way Out. And then there was a tag team match, which I'm not going to go back talk about again. There was a IC title match. There was a tag team match. Then the Hardcore Championship main evented a Raw, if you can believe it or not. The Hardcore Championship, which is more of a mid-card title or lower mid-card title at best. So there you go. I'll consider reviewing next week's WWF Raw's War, which was the date was March 5th, I believe. March 5th, 2001. I'll probably do that in the next 5 or 6 days. I'll do that in the next 5 or 6 days. But yeah, I thought this was a good show, a good Raw's War at the time. The 20th anniversary edition of Raw. Yeah, nothing else to add to that, except it was what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the I give it a 8.5 out of 10 in terms of the storylines. In terms of the matches, about a 7.5. So it was still very good, better than most of today's Raw and SmackDowns, which is mediocre at best. SmackDown is decent, so there you go. My next review will be the NXT episode from February 24th, 2021. Most likely I'll do that right after this one, and then I'll probably upload it on March 1st, when I wake up. But yeah, I'm gonna watch a WCW pay-per-view tomorrow, Super Brawl Revenge 2001. That's gonna be my classic WCW pay-per-view review. But this has been it for this video. Let me know what you thought about this War is War following No Way Out back in 2001, and make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. Alright, this has been Ogres. Peace out.